Hey guys, welcome back to another chill bit of video. Today I'm doing a video requested by a YouTuber. He wants to see my George Carlin collection, so I'm making this video my entire George Carlin collection. I have DVDs, I have 2 Blu-rays, I have 2 box sets, and I have CDs and audiobooks I'm going to show. So here we go. The first one is the On Location with George Carlin. This is his first HBO special. And there's the disc. It comes with this scene selection guide. Then I have George Carlin again. This is part of the George Carlin collection. This is the second HBO special. Then I have George Carlin at Carnegie. This is a third HBO special. Here's Carlin on campus. And I have George Carlin's personal favorites. This is a compilation of highlights from his previous shows. And I have Playing with Your Head. This one stars this one has Vic Tate back in it. It's a short film entitled The Envelope, co-starring Vic Tate back. And I have What Am I Doing in New Jersey? George Carlin Doing It Again. This is seventh HBO stand-up comedy, or HBO special, I should say, is 7th. Then I have George Carlin Jamming in New York. And I have George Carlin 40 Years of Comedy, hosted by Jon Stewart. This is one of his HBO specials, but it's 40 Years of Comedy. Then I have George Carlin Back in Town. Then I have You Are All Disease. George Carlin Complaints and Grievances. This is his 12th HBO comedy special. George Carlin's Life is Worth Losing. And here's George Carlin in his final one, It's Bad for You. And then I have George's Best Stuff, which is seen on HBO. And this one is a rare one, which I find on Amazon, but I don't know if it's still available or not. This is George's Best Stuff Special Edition, featuring the comedy of George Carlin. This runs 90 minutes, and this was on it. Stuff, baseball and football, 7 words you can never say on TV, cars and driving, dogs and cats, losing things, and many more. Now I have 2 Blu-rays. I have George Carlin, Life is Worth Losing. These are the only 2 that are on Blu-ray. There's George Carlin is Bad For You, his final HBO special. And I have 2 box sets here, which I will show. This one I already showed in my custom update, the George Carlin All My Stuff. That's the first 12 HBO specials. The discs are identical to the ones that I have separately. And then I got this one from Time Life, The Best of George Carlin. And this has additional stuff on it, which I'll show you the booklet, and I'll show you what's on this stuff. This is the booklet, The Best of George Carlin. You get On Location with George Carlin, George Carlin again, Carlin at Carnegie, Carlin on campus, Playing with Your Head, Doing It Again, What Am I Doing in New Jersey? If You Haven't in New York, Back in Town, George Carlin 40 Years of Comedy, You're Off the Seas, Complaints and Grievances, Life is Worth Losing, It's Bad For You. These are bonus features. George Carlin appearances from CBS Silent Scouts, The Hollywood Palace, The Jackie Gleason Show, George Carlin, The Real George Carlin, 1973, Apartment 2C, George Carlin Personal Favorites, George Carlin appearance from the Comedy Store, 1999, George's Best Stuff, George on George, George Carlin, Too Hip for the Room, December 17th, 2000, I think. I kind of like when a lot of people die. That's on a CD. There's a track listing for what's on that CD. And The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. These are 6 appearances. He made more than that, but these are the first 6 that they put on here. He's a funny guy. I really enjoy him. I still do enjoy him. He's so funny. And then here's I think this is number 1. They have his, they have his all his shows. They have one show on this disc. Now they have 2 on this disc, 3 on this one, 3 on this one, 3 on this one, and 3 on this one. And these are George Carlin's appearances on that disc. This is number 2. This is George Carlin's appearances on the Comedy Store. George's Best Stuff. George on George. Appearances from the Comedy and Magic Club 2006. George Carlin, Too Hip for the Room. I kind of like it when a lot of people die. This is a CD right here. And this is a Blu-ray, which has Life is Worth Losing and It's Bad for You. Oh, it's on one Blu-ray. And Tonight Show joining Johnny Carson. Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Now I have a box set of CDs. This is this is called George Carlin. Oops. No, that's all right. I'm gonna show them anyway. This is called George. This is called George Carlin. Come on. It's called George Carlin. It's the Little David years from '71 to '77. There's 7 disc set. Here's the back of the box. This thing is sturdy. You know how tough this thing is, man. It shows all his albums, plus a bonus one. This is a lenticular cover, if I can get it going here. And it comes with this book, which I'm not going to go. I don't make this video too long. It contains photographs and text. For each album. I actually had it on vinyl one time, but I got rid of the vinyl a long time ago, and I got the CDs of them. All these were are gatefolds because originally a lot of them were not gatefolds at the time. Some of them were, but not all of them. Here's George Carlin's AM and FM. I have George Carlin's Class Clown. This was a gatefold at the time. Then I have George Carlin's Occupation Fool. This was a gatefold at the time too. Then I have George Carlin Toledo Window Box. Which at one time you ordered it, you actually ordered a t-shirt if you wanted. Then I have George Carlin's An Evening with Wally Longo, featuring Bill Lasso. And I have George Carlin On the Road. This is a free complimentary extra bonus disc, not for sale anywhere. And there's stuff you get on here. George's disc jockey theme and show openings, tattoos, hitchhiking, Clerks, Hankies and Emma, whatever. Elmo song, Johnny's Bad Check, Monopoly, New Sports, Hitchhiking, Guacamole, Nuts and Cake, Toenail Clippings, 400,000 American Musical Favorites, Peas, Losing Your Place, A Musical, Lost and Found, The Public Affairs, Snapper, Lawn Mowers, How to Handle a Heckler, and Closing. This too is also a gatefold. Recording Island Recordings. Now I have CDs. I have George Carlin Takeoffs and Put-Ons. There's his first one for RCA Records. I have George Carlin, A Place for My Stuff. And I have this George Carlin Gold, Classic Gold, which has a couple of his albums on here. It has AM and FM, I think. Yeah. And it also has, I think it has a second album. Has two of his albums on here. They're not titled on here. Oh yeah, it has AM and FM, Class Clown, and Occupation Fool. It's on this two or three CD set. I think it's 2 CDs. Yeah, 2 CDs. Then I kind of like it when a lot of people die. I have George Carlin on Comedy. And there's the things that he talks about. I got one on Johnny Carson. And these are audiobooks I have of his. This is Brain Droppings. I have George Carlin, Napalm and Silly Putty. I have more Napalm and Silly Putty. Written number 1 by George Carlin. And I have When Will Jesus Bring the Pork Chops? This one's still sealed. I haven't heard it yet. And last for this video is George Carlin's Last Words, which is with Tony Hendra and read by Patrick Carlin. Well, that's it, folks, for my complete George Carlin collection. I hope you enjoy it. Please leave your comments below. Please let me know what you think. Dogs, I thank you much for watching, and please subscribe.